Hello, kitties. And you better watch because I know where you live. Yeah, Manson got that one from me.
Alice Cooper is an American singer, songwriter, and actor whose career spans over 50 years. With his distinctive raspy voice and stage show that features numerous props, including guillotines, electric chairs, fake blood, reptiles, baby dolls, and dueling swords, Cooper is considered by music journalists and peers alike to be the godfather of shock rock. He's drawn equally from horror films, vaudeville, and garage rock to pioneer a macabre and theatrical brand of rock designed to shock people.
There's very, very, very little stress in my life. I've been married 42 years. The greatest girl. In fact, she's in the show tonight. She plays 2 parts in the show. And cool. she outshines me every night. Yeah.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full birth name was Vincent Damon Furnier, but is also known as Coop and the godfather of shock rock. He was born on February 4th, 1948 in Detroit, Michigan, USA, making him age 72 at the time of this production. He stands 5 foot 9.5 inches or 176.5 centimeters tall. Cooper is a fan of the NHL's Arizona Coyotes. He's a longtime baseball fan supporting the Arizona Diamondbacks and Detroit Tigers. Cooper is also a fan of NBA basketball supporting the Detroit Pistons. A fan of The Simpsons, Cooper was asked to contribute a storyline for the September 2004 edition of Bongo Comics' Bart Simpson's Treehouse of Horror, a special Monsters of Rock issue that also included stories. Of all the methods adopted by rock stars to overcome addiction, Cooper's is perhaps the most prosaic. Golf. The rocker said that when he picked up a club, he replaced one addiction with another and even named his autobiography Alice Cooper, Golf Monster. During an interview for the program Entertainment USA in 1986, Cooper told interviewer Jonathan King that the Yardbirds were his favorite band of all time. In the period when Alice Cooper's group was signed to Frank Zappa's Straight label, Miss Christine of the GTOs became Cooper's girlfriend. Miss Christine, real name Christine Fricka, who had recommended Zappa to the group, died on November 5, 1972 of an overdose. Another longtime girlfriend of Cooper's was Cindy Lang, with whom he lived for several years. After his separation from Lang, Cooper was briefly linked with actress Raquel Welch. Cooper then reportedly left Welch, however, to marry ballerina instructor and choreographer Cheryl Goddard, who performed in the Alice Cooper Show from 1975 to 1982. They married on March 20th, 1976. In November 1983, at the height of Cooper's alcoholism, Goddard filed for divorce. But by mid-1984, she and Cooper had reconciled. The couple have 3 children, daughters Sonora and Calico, and son Dashiell. In a 2019 interview, Cooper said that he and his wife Cheryl have a death pact, wherein they will die at the same time, sparking a flurry of headlines. But Cooper clarified his comments, telling USA Today, "What I was meaning was that because we're almost always together, at home and on the road, that if something did happen to either of us, we'd most likely be together at the time. But neither of us has a suicide pact. We have a life pact."
I knew that there had to either come a point where I either accepted Christ and started living that life, or if I died in this, I was in a lot of trouble.
Alice Cooper's real name is Vincent Damon Furnier, and he was born February 4th, 1948. Initially, Furnier was raised in Detroit, Michigan, and he comes from a family that was closely involved with religion. His father was an evangelist from the Church of Jesus Christ, and his grandfather was an apostle in the same church who eventually became the president. Vincent Furnier was intimately involved in church activities as a young boy, but he was often ill. Eventually, he and his family moved to Phoenix, Arizona, where he attended Cortez High School. In 1968, Furnier came up with a plan to help the band stand out. He wanted to turn their concerts into dark theatrical performances, and he proposed they change their name to Alice Cooper. He suggested the name because it sounded innocent, and because this would contrast with the band's controversial approach to performing. Originally, the band consisted of Cooper on vocals and harmonica, Glenn Buxton on lead guitar, Michael Bruce on rhythm guitar, Dennis Dunaway on bass guitar, and Neil Smith on drums. The original Alice Cooper Band released their debut album in 1969 and broke into the international music mainstream with the 1971 hit song I'm 18. The band reached their commercial peak in 1973 with their sixth studio album, Billion Dollar Babies. The band broke up in 1975 and Furnier adopted the band's name as his own name, beginning his solo career with the 1975 concept album, Welcome to My Nightmare. Eventually, the character of Alice Cooper transformed into a female villain wearing tattered clothes and smeared makeup. Expanding from his Detroit rock roots, Cooper has experimented with a number of musical styles, including art rock, hard rock, heavy metal, new wave glam metal, and industrial rock. He's credited with helping to shape the sound and look of heavy metal and has been described as the artist who first introduced horror imagery to rock and roll and whose stagecraft and showmanship have permanently transformed the genre. He's also known for his witty and humorous personality offstage, with the Rolling Stone album guide calling him the world's most beloved heavy metal entertainer. Away from music, Cooper is a film actor, golfing celebrity, restaurateur, and since 2004 a popular radio DJ with his classic rock show, Nights with Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's net worth is $50 million. Alice Cooper had a house in Echo Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. He used the house when visiting LA as a retreat when writing material. He called the house the Vampire House, and it's worth around $1.3 million. The 2,027 square foot estate contains 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, with a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom studio that's attached. Cooper's permanent residence is in Paradise Valley, Arizona, where he lives with his wife. Alice Cooper owns a 1966 Ford Mustang Fastback, a 1966 Hertz Mustang signed by Carroll Shelby, a 2019 Dodge Challenger Hellcat SRT, Aston Martin Vantage S, a De Tomaso Pantera 1974, a 1970 Ford Mustang Boss, a 2017 Ford Mustang, a 1977 Holden A9X Torana hatchback, a 1995 Honda NSX, a 2005 Chrysler 300C Custom 2-door Roadster, a Lamborghini Gallardo 2005, and a Porsche 997 GT3 CS 2007.